Most people that play video games have a favorite. The tastes individuals have can vary greatly from person to person. A game somebody may enjoy, another person may despise. But everybody has their opinions, and everybody has their favorites. And I'm here today to talk to you about one of mine, Furi, with an I, not a Y. Furi, in my opinion, is the culmination of everything that I love about video games. It knows everything it sets out to do, and can truly appeal to almost anybody. Throughout this video, there are three main points that I want to highlight: presentation, story, and gameplay. So first thing first, the presentation. When it comes to presentation in video games, there are a few things that are important to me: the visual style and the animations, as well as the music. When it comes to the visual style of this game, it's really like nothing else I've ever seen. The textures feel simplistic while also feeling extremely detailed. The lack of outlines with each of the models makes all of the elements blend together. The choices in color with each location having a unique aesthetic, it makes the game a joy to look at for the entire playthrough. The animations of the characters have such emphasis and style, it makes every little action feel impactful. The special attacks you can pull off on each boss, giving you a little cutscene each time, feels satisfying to pull off. And it's a rewarding spectacle for your hard work. Everything about this game is just oozing with charm. The style is unique, the animations are stunning. I mean, the only real problem I have with the animations are the times when things clip or glitch due to the physics. There are quite a few times this does happen, especially with the main character's hair, but it's not so distracting as to take away from the game itself. Considering this game was made by a small team that had only made mobile games before this, I believe this minor flaw is very passable, especially with how much good that's going on in the game. The game has its own personality that separates it from anything else I've seen. That personality is emphasized with the incredible soundtrack. The soundtrack feels like it came straight from the 80s. The 80s synthwave aesthetic seems to be a huge influence for the entire game itself, with each boss having their own music, adding to the already existing unique aesthetic that each of them possesses. It makes every fight memorable and significant. The music pushes and urges you to keep on fighting, keep on trying, just one more time, to beat that one last boss and come out on top. The gameplay, as described by Wikipedia, states that Furi is a fast-paced action game with hack-and-slash, twin-stick, shoot-'em-up, and bullet hell elements, consisting entirely of boss fights. Gameplay consists mostly of dodging bullets, parrying attacks, attacking the bosses by melee or shooting, and quick-time events. So what that basically boils down to is an action-packed, tough-as-nails boss rush game that mashes several genres of gameplay down into one coherent masterpiece. It takes elements from classic games such as Asteroids, with dodging projectiles being flung at you while taking out targets that surround you, mixed with hack-and-slash combat that I can best describe as a watered-down version of Dark Souls, with dodging, parrying, and charging your attacks to deal devastating blows. After every boss you fight, you get a bit of a breather going through these landscapes in these so-called walking sections. While these sections can be kind of boring, I feel that they are entirely welcome after a long fight. With the addition of the speedrun mode, you don't even have to deal with them in the subsequent playthroughs. The game itself is perfect in its pacing. Each fight gets harder and harder. Your skills increase exponentially by the end, to where the first bosses go from a devilish nightmare to being an absolute breeze. The controls are tight, which is essential because the game requires extreme precision and timing. The game can be excruciatingly difficult, but it's always fair, and it's always rewarding. You get better at the game as you progress, and before the credits roll, you're able to overcome almost anything the game throws at you. The story of Furi is a simple one. You play as the stranger, trapped in a prison amongst the stars. Each layer of this prison is meticulously crafted and defended by some sort of guardian, whether that be another prisoner, a wise old man, a noble warrior, a tech-obsessed sniper, or any of the other many more wild personalities. Each boss has a title. It's the something. 11 total enemies to face, with an additional hidden boss for those who really want a challenge. As the stranger, you have to escape the prison. You're led by a man in a rabbit costume that's known only as the Voice. He guides you through your journey, and he's the only voice heard outside of the bosses. He replaces your own character's thoughts and gives context and outlook on the situation you find yourself in. By the end of the story, there's more revealed about his character that isn't seen on the surface level. And that goes for the stranger as well. He finds out why he was locked up, who did it, and why. But it's not outright explained to you. The story tells itself in a subtle way, leading up to a climactic closing with a choice for your ending. Each character is beaming with personality. The story itself isn't anything to write home about, but it services the game well and is intriguing and coherent the whole way through. Overall, this game is one of my favorites of all time. I feel that it really doesn't get the attention that it deserves. The game is quick, fast-paced fun, and a challenging yet rewarding adventure. It has intense, tough-as-nails gameplay with a unique visual style and a killer soundtrack that all mixes together into a masterpiece of a video game. It really is a work of art, and for only $20, it's not only a deal for you, but a deal for your wallet. So do yourself a favor and go play this game.